Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. This profound truth emphasizes the value of honesty in social relationships. In life, many people seek acceptance by conforming to societal expectations or pretending to be someone they are not to gain approval. However, this often leads to superficial and short-lived connections. Honesty is the foundation of all lasting relationships, as only when you are true to yourself can you attract those who respect and accept the real you. Honesty is not just about telling the truth. It's about being authentic, showing your flaws, vulnerabilities, and true emotions. When you dare to be honest, the people around you naturally filter out. Those who cannot accept the real you will leave, while those who truly appreciate you will stay. Your circle of friends may become smaller, but the quality will improve. These friends are not just people to share good times with, but will also stand by you during life's challenges and hardships. Living honestly may sometimes make you feel lonely or misunderstood. However, it's essential to remain steadfast in your values. Only by being sincere can you find genuine friends who accept and respect you for who you are, without you having to change yourself to fit in. This is the most valuable relationship, not the number of people around you, but the quality of those willing to stay when you are your authentic self. Fear is not there to stop you. It's there to show you that you're interested and you care. This message offers a fresh perspective on fear. Rather than seeing it as a barrier to avoid, view it as a sign that you're facing something meaningful. In many cases, feeling fear is a natural part of encountering new challenges. It doesn't mean you should shy away. Instead, consider it an opportunity to explore and push your boundaries. Fear often arises from the unknown or from a sense of losing control. However, if you view fear as a guide, you'll realize it's not the end, but the beginning of growth. Fear indicates that you're dealing with something valuable, and embracing it can be the key to unlocking new opportunities. It's crucial not to let temporary emotions, whether fear, anxiety, or excitement, dictate long-term decisions. Important choices made in the heat of strong emotions can easily lead to regret later. Learn to manage your emotions. Recognize them as part of the process, but don't let them control you. When you overcome fear and refuse to let negative feelings take the lead, you will discover untapped strength within yourself. Don't be afraid to be alone. Being by yourself is far superior to being with crappy people. This quote offers valuable advice on independence and self-reliance in life. Many people seek comfort and validation from others, but this often leads to dependence on relationships, diminishing personal strength and autonomy. True happiness should not come from others, but from within yourself. When you rely on others to feel content or happy, you place your life in their hands. This not only reduces your confidence and control over your own life, but also makes you vulnerable when those relationships don't bring positive value. Loneliness is not something to fear. It's an opportunity to explore yourself, understand your desires, needs, and values better. Independence doesn't mean rejecting all relationships. It means building them on mutual respect and empathy rather than dependence. You need to know when to let go of toxic relationships, those that make you feel less valued. Only when you are willing to embrace solitude can you build meaningful relationships, not because you need someone to fill a void, but because you want to share your life with people who genuinely deserve it. Self-reliance is not just about material independence, but also about mental independence. When you learn to love yourself and make yourself happy without needing validation from others, you will become stronger and more confident. Independence and self-reliance are the keys to ensuring that you are not dependent on anyone, and this empowers you to live a fuller, more meaningful life. Don't prioritize someone when you are just an option to them. This quote serves as a profound wake-up call about respecting your own worth in relationships. In life, it's natural to put others first when we love and value them. However, it's unfortunate that not everyone reciprocates with the same sincerity or places the same importance on you as you do on them. When you prioritize someone who doesn't genuinely care about you, you are putting yourself in a vulnerable position, potentially even losing your own sense of value. We often encounter situations where emotions drive us to hold on to relationships that are no longer healthy or hope that the other person will change. However, it is important to recognize that your self-worth should not be compromised for loneliness or temporary acceptance. People who do not value you may continue to hurt you. The key is learning to listen to your heart, knowing when to step away from relationships that no longer bring positive value, and not allowing yourself to become an option instead of a priority. Self-worth is something we need to preserve and protect in all circumstances. Once you realize that you deserve better, it becomes harder for you to be drawn into relationships that lack respect. This helps you maintain your self-respect, live with integrity, and prevent anyone from devaluing you. Commitment is what gets you started. Consistency is what gets you somewhere, and perseverance is what keeps you going. Success is not the result of a single action, but the accumulation of many days of continuous effort. Commitment is the start, but only consistency will take you further, and perseverance is the key to getting through the hardest times. In any journey, the start often brings excitement. It's easy to commit to big goals and grand plans, but once the initial excitement fades, the real challenge begins. Consistency demands that you keep acting toward your goal every day, regardless of emotions, the weather, or changing circumstances. This is the stage where many people give up because a lack of consistency prevents their progress from reaching the desired outcome. Perseverance, fueled by belief in your goals and your abilities, is the crucial factor that helps you not give up despite difficulties. When facing failure, only those who persevere can stand back up, learn from their mistakes, and continue their journey. Success doesn't come from big leaps, but from small, steady efforts made each day. Whenever you feel like giving up, remember that success not only comes from a strong start, but also from the ability to keep going when things get tough. Hardship often prepares ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. This is one of life's most important lessons. Challenges are not a sign of failure, but an opportunity for us to learn and grow. Difficulties and obstacles not only help us develop resilience, but also unlock hidden potential that we may not realize under normal circumstances. Life is never a straight path, but one full of curves and challenges. Rather than avoiding hardships, face them as an essential part of the growth process. Each time we overcome a challenge, we not only become stronger, but also develop problem-solving skills, creativity, and patience. These skills will become valuable assets, helping us overcome even greater challenges in the future. Success doesn't come from ease or convenience. It is the result of standing up after stumbling. Ordinary people may experience mundane moments, but when they face hardships with courage and perseverance, they can become extraordinary. Hardships serve as a launching pad that takes them to heights they never imagined. Life is not easy, but it is through these challenges that we learn the most valuable lessons, helping us become the best version of ourselves. So instead of fearing or avoiding difficulties, embrace them as part of life's journey. Today's hardships are the building blocks of the extraordinary future you deserve. Change is not a threat, but an invitation to live. Change is inevitable in life, whether we are ready for it or not. Instead of viewing change as something fearful and worrying, we should see it as an opportunity for exploration and growth. Change brings new challenges and opens new doors that we may have never imagined before. Change can come from many sources: career, relationships, finances, or health. No matter the origin of the change, what's important is how we respond to it. Many people feel threatened by uncertainty and fear losing the familiar when faced with change. However, if we can recognize that change is a part of natural growth, we can open ourselves up to embrace it instead of fearing it. Change is an opportunity to become more self-aware, to understand our abilities, and to recognize the true values in life. When things change, we are forced out of our comfort zones and confronted with new experiences. This not only refreshes our outlook on life, but also helps us discover hidden aspects of ourselves that we may not have known before. Sometimes we only grow when we are forced to change, and the challenges that come with change act as catalysts for both intellectual and spiritual growth. Accepting change is also a way for us to learn how to live flexibly, to adapt, and to seize new opportunities that life offers. Ultimately, change is not just a threat, but an invitation for you to live up to your full potential, to continuously explore, and to develop yourself. Happiness is not the absence of problems, but the ability to face them. Life is never perfect, and happiness is not a state where all problems disappear. On the contrary, happiness is the ability to face challenges and deal with them wisely. None of us live without difficulties, but how we perceive and react to them will determine the level of happiness we can achieve. The truth is, difficulties and challenges are an integral part of life. We cannot avoid every problem, but we can change the way we face them. To achieve true happiness, we need to learn to be grateful for the difficult moments because they are valuable lessons that help us grow. Instead of blaming life for its imperfections, be thankful for the opportunities they provide us to grow, to test our ability to face and overcome adversity. Gratitude is the key to finding happiness, even in difficult circumstances. When we are grateful for the small, good things in life, from a morning cup of coffee to a rainy day that cools the heat, we realize that happiness doesn't depend on a problem-free life, but on how we choose to see life. Gratitude not only helps us recognize the positives around us, but also increases our capacity to handle the negatives, because we know that difficulties are temporary and we are strong enough to overcome them. In the end, happiness is not a destination, but a journey. And the ability to face and resolve problems is what creates lasting happiness. It is through the process of overcoming challenges that we feel happier when we see our personal growth and appreciate the true value of life. All you have is the present and how you use it. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. The only thing we can truly control is the present. Many people get stuck worrying about the past or making vague plans for the future, forgetting that the most important moment is right now. This is the only time we can truly act and change our lives. Focusing on the present doesn't mean we shouldn't plan for the future or learn from the past. However, it does mean that we need to know how to appreciate and live fully in the moments right in front of us. Worrying about the future or regretting the past only distracts us and wastes precious time. By concentrating on the present, we can create positive changes and live a more meaningful life. Self-control is also a crucial part of living fully in the present. Instead of letting negative emotions or anxieties about things that haven't happened yet take over, we must learn to control our thoughts and actions. We can't change the circumstances around us, but we can control how we respond to them. This allows us to live calmly and proactively, rather than being swept away by external events. Living in the present also requires us to learn how to let go of things we can't control. We can't change the past, and we can't be certain about what will happen in the future, but we can control our actions right now. By putting our full attention into whatever we are doing, even the smallest task, we can live a more fulfilled life and avoid feeling overwhelmed by things beyond our control. Inner peace and happiness come from realizing that all we can control is the present. Take advantage of this moment, live fully, and don't let unnecessary worries about the past or future hinder your progress. Success isn't about what you have, but how you use what you have. Success doesn't come from how much wealth, skill, or resources you have, but from how well you can utilize what you already have. This is a powerful message of self-reliance, creativity, and patience, reminding us that we don't have to wait until all conditions are perfect to start. Instead, success comes from optimizing and making the most of the resources we already have, no matter how small. Many people believe that to be successful, they need to have everything: abundant finances, good relationships, perfect skills, or even a bit of luck. However, history has shown that many great successes started with almost nothing. They didn't have many resources, and even faced significant challenges. But what led them to success was patience, determination, and creativity in using what they had. Instead of waiting for favorable conditions, they knew how to turn small resources into big opportunities. The ability to utilize resources is an important skill to develop on the road to success. This not only involves optimizing what you have, but also includes the ability to find opportunities within challenges. The world is never short of difficulties, but successful people know how to turn those challenges into stepping stones for growth. This doesn't mean they always have everything they need, but rather they are always creative in how they use the resources available to achieve their goals. Success also requires patience. Not the patience to sit and wait for ideal conditions, but the patience to pursue your goals under current circumstances. Patience helps you overcome initial failures, seemingly insurmountable obstacles, and long-lasting difficulties with no clear end in sight. Successful people don't always have exceptional talent or favorable conditions, but they do have relentless perseverance. They don't give up when things seem unfavorable, but patiently keep pushing forward, knowing that results may come slowly. Creativity and resourcefulness are equally important. Success doesn't always come from having money or power. Sometimes, innovative ideas and different approaches can make a huge difference. For example, a successful entrepreneur may not have much investment capital, but he can leverage a network of friends, partners, and free resources to grow his business. This requires flexible thinking, adaptability, and a bold, action-oriented mindset. Successful people understand that material resources are just part of the bigger picture. What matters most is their mindset and how they use what they have. Moreover, success is closely related to how we perceive and solve problems. Not everyone starts with a perfect situation, and most people face limitations and challenges of their own. However, instead of focusing on what they lack, successful people choose to focus on what they have and how to maximize those advantages. They don't let limitations confine them, but instead use them as opportunities to challenge themselves and find new solutions. Patience and determination also help them stay resilient when facing failure. In the pursuit of success, not every plan will go smoothly. You may encounter unexpected failures or difficulties that were not anticipated. However, instead of giving up, successful people see failure as a necessary part of the journey. They understand that failure is an opportunity to learn and improve, and what matters is to keep trying. Patience helps them maintain motivation and keep going even when immediate results are not apparent. On the journey to success, patience and resourcefulness not only help you achieve your goals, but also make you stronger and more resilient. Each time you overcome a challenge, you learn valuable lessons, and each time you face difficulties, you become tougher. Success doesn't come from having everything, but from knowing how to use what you have and patiently pursuing your dreams. In conclusion, success doesn't depend on how many resources you have, but on how you use them. Successful people know how to take advantage of every opportunity, continuously innovate, and persistently pursue their goals despite difficulties. Patience, determination, and the ability to utilize what you have will be the keys to achieving success in life.